Now, when I was growing up here, sex was only between the male and female. Now it's between Adam and Adam, Eve and Eve, which I can't understand. They talk about discrimination and people's rights, okay? The thing about it is you have rights and you have human rights, but you have inhuman rights. If a man deal with another man, a woman deal with another man, that's considered as inhuman. So me as a man that deal with the opposite sex, I don't see how you could put the two together. You have to separate them. Once you separate them, that would be discrimination, because discrimination is a negative and a positive. Me as a black man, when they discriminated against me, I came out of my mother's womb like I didn't have a choice. That was a negative discrimination. If you discriminate against a homosexual, that's a positive. Why? Because of children. You got people they call pedophiles. Then you got pedophilia. What is pedophilia? It's when your deception is Adam, Eve, and Eve, and you're going to look in the eyes of a child, and you're going to tell a child the sex is between Adam, Eve, and Eve. You become a pedophile. These books here, where they talk about king and king, and this prince married another prince, is a pedophile book. This book here that says Heather and Heather is a pedophile book. Pedophilia. This book here to talk about Daddy's roommate is a pedophile book. This book here to talk about all families are different has to do with what? You have, let's say, God's family, which is a natural family, and you have the Antichrist family. Either you Christ or you Antichrist. Make your decision what you're going to be. You cannot be both. But if you can look in the eyes of a child and tell a child they have a choice to be heterosexual, homosexual, you have a serious problem. Now we're back to discrimination and human rights. Everybody should have human rights, but you have to be human. Human means you deal with the opposite sex. That's by nature. That's a blueprint. If there's a plan, there's a planner. If there's a design, there's a design. That's the way the planet was designed. We cannot change the cycle of life. That's just like oxygen comes from plants. It goes up into the air. It mixes with molecules, whatever's in the air, and it comes down and hits Mother Earth. When it penetrates, inserts Mother Earth, we have what? We have life. Homosexuality destroys life. It will be extinction of the human race. If you go back 5,000 years and do the research like I have, 86 civilized culture, it was the death of their culture. Why? Because they gave in to they gave into strange flesh, the same sex, which is a form of bestiality. Why is it a form of bestiality? Because a beast has 4 legs and 1 gender. If you put 2 men together, they have 4 legs and 2 penises, still 1 gender. That's a form of bestiality. That's what we're accepting here. If you put Adam, Eve, and Eve together, two vaginas is still 1 gender. It's a form of bestiality. We have to separate it. And when you separate something, you're discrimination. If I put a glass of water here and a glass of poison, which one are you going to choose? You're going to choose the water. That's discrimination. If you put a heterosexual girl here and a homosexual girl here, I'm going to choose a heterosexual. That's discrimination. Discrimination is a negative and a positive. In order to have a future without children and everything, the word discrimination have to come in to protect children. I cannot look in the eyes of a child and tell a child you got a choice to be heterosexual or homosexual. That would make me a sadist. So what is a sadist? A sadist is someone that distorts sex. Sex is only between the male and female. When somebody come along and change that, they become a sadist. Now, I don't practice Satanism. And we as a city, D.C., we got to realize that you got to discriminate against something that's inhuman. Thank you very much.